have, well, last night we gave a very special international medal to a very lovely, lovely lady. I'm sure you know who I'm talking about, Diane Miller of the American Archery Hall of Fame. And she's really helped us get established in Australia. She reached out, and without her help we would not have got going. Now tonight I'd like to be able to honour another person with another special award. I came over here especially to do this, and also to join in the convention and the inductions. But I'd like, if Glenn Heisey is anywhere in the audience, would he like to join me for a moment, please? Glenn, wherever you are, I've only got a couple of seconds. Now, while he's coming to he's done that rather well. That's the fastest I've seen him run for the last week. Glenn reached out to Australia and presented us with a gift of books from the Pope and Young Club. I mentioned it to him in an email. The next thing I got was a big box of all these books. We auctioned them off at our banquet that we had, and we raised $640. Now, by your standard, that's a drop in the bucket. By our standard, that's a lot of money. And with that money, we presented it to the flood and cyclone victims of Queensland, who were you might have seen it on the news. So Pope and Young reached out to Australia in a very positive way, and it was through Glenn's doing. But Glenn, I want to give you this international award, and if you don't mind, I'll read what it says. And I'm sorry. This is the Australian Archery Hall of Fame and Museum Incorporated International Award. This award is presented by the Management Board for extraordinary contributions to the international development of the Australian Archery Hall of Fame. It's presented to Glenn Heisey, Pope and Young Club, in recognition of his personal contribution to the establishment of promotion and goodwill between the Pope and Young Club and the Australian Archery Hall of Fame and Museum. And Glenn, that's signed by one of our Hall of Famers, Hans Wright, who is our patron. Glenn, it is my privilege, my honour, and as a personal friend, you've been wonderful for me. I've been down here since Tuesday the 29th of March with you. And let me tell you, there is a high sea wind blowing through the Pope and Young Museum, and I don't spell that I-C-E-Y, I spell it H-I-S-E-Y, a high sea wind. Thank you to yourself, to Kevin, and of course to Carla, to the special lady Julie, and I'd like to also say thank you to Jerry Finley, who also is the man who makes all the fixtures. On behalf of the Hall of Fame, may I present this to you. Tom.
Step in front of us, I'll go around.
You know, a big part of this weekend is raising money for our conservation projects and club projects and such, and the silent auction, huge success. We'll talk about that later on. But right now we're going to have a short live auction. We were so fortunate, we've had so many hunts and so many donations for this year's convention that it's been almost overwhelming. And again, a big thank you to all the donors. And you as members out there, if you see somebody that's a donor, whether it's an outfitter or an individual that gave us something, please thank them. Because without them, this wouldn't be possible, and our conservation projects wouldn't be possible. So please take the time to thank a donor if you see them. And right now, I want to personally thank all of them. Now we've got some great hunts. We've got a great auctioneer here tonight. Our special auctioneer, Mr. Wayne Carlton, needs no introduction, but I'll give you a little information on each hunt, then I'm going to turn it over to Wayne. So let's get this rolling. We got a big agenda tonight. Our first hunt is a 10-day South African safari. This is donated by Madigama Safaris and Jeff Ryan Bohannon Select Outfitters. It's a 10-day one-on-one safari in South Africa. It includes trophy fees for an impala, warthog, gemsbuck, duiker, and a kudu. So right there, it's going to save you thousands of dollars. Includes a professional hunter plus transportation, 5-star lodging, and meals for one hunter and one non-hunter. That means you can take your wife or girlfriend. Does not include tips, personal amenities, export, and brokerage. So let's get it on, right?
Folks, this is the first time I've ever done an auction, so I may make a mistake, or you may want to ask a question, and if you do, all you got to do is raise your hand. And I'll be sure to try to get to you. Well, why don't we just start off right here where it needs to be? How about 8,000? Would have been an 8, would have been an 8, 8, 8, 8,000, would have been 8,000, it would have been 8,000. How about 4? Would have been 4, bid have been 4, would have been 4, 4, 4, 4,000. For an $8,000 hunt, would have been 4, bid have been 4, would have been 4, bid have been 4, would have been 4. How about 2? 2,000, 2. Where 2,000, would have been 3. 2,000 would have been 3, 3. Where 2,000 here, bid have been 3, would have been 3. How about 2,500? We're 2,000, now 25. 2,500, 25, 25, and now 3. We're 2,500 over here, now bid have been 3, would have been 3. And now 35, we're 3 here, now 35, 35. 3,000, 35. Bid have 35, now 4, 4, would have been 4,000, 4,000. 35 here, bid have been 4, would have been 4, bid have been 4, 4, would have been 4, would have been 4, bid 4. 35, bid have been 4, 35, bid 4. Anybody else can get in? 35, bid 4, bid have been 4, would have been 4, 4, 4, 4, bid 4, bid 4, bid have been 4. 35, 4. We got 4,000, now 45. We're 4,000 here, now 45 would have been 4,500. 4,500, 45, we bid 4,500. We're 4,000 here, how about 4,500? Bid 45, 45, 4,500. We're 4,000 here, now bid have been 45. Anybody else can bid here? 45, we're 4,000. We're 4,000, bid 4.
What year?
45, what year?
Next year, this year, doesn't matter.
Tell it's too late.
This year or next year? We're at 4,000, we need 4,500. 45, bid a 5, and a 5, and a 45, 45. We're 4,000, bid 45. We're 40, okay, 45, we need 5,000. 45 here, now 5, and a 5, and a 5, bid 5, would have been a 5. Bid a bit of 5, would have been a 5, and a 5, and a 5, 5, 5, and bid a bit of 5, would have been a 5. 4,500, now 5,000. Bid a bit of 5,000, would have been a 5. It's an $8,000 hunt. 5,000, we're 4,500.
47.50.
47 and a half, and now 5. We're 47 and a half, now 5,000. Bid a bit of 5. 47 and a half. 5,000, we need 55. 5,000, we need 5,500. 55.
52.50.
52.50, we still need 55. 52 and a half, now 55. 52 and a half, now 55. 52 and a half, bid 55. 52 and a half, bid 55. 52 and a half, and now 55, now 6,000, maybe 6,000. 55, now 6. 55, 6. We're 5,500, we need 6,000. 55, 6. How about 56? We can do 56. 56, we're at 55. 56, 55, 56. Need to know we're 55 here. You're 55 over here. We need 56. Anybody in? We're going to sell it. Sold 55. Good for you.
Awesome. Again, that's all about raising money. Our second hunt is a 6-day Kentucky white-tailed deer hunt. This is donated by Jason Purvis of CCW Outfitters. It's a 2011 hunt, so it'd be for this fall. But I'm sure he'll work with us. Jason's a good guy if you want to defer it to 2012. But it's a 2011 semi-guided whitetail hunt in western Kentucky. Includes meals, lodging, stands, processing, and field transportation. By semi-guided, he's basically putting you in a tree stand, and he's not going to be sitting with you, so you are on your own. So the only thing it doesn't include is your non-resident tag. It's a great hunt, and it's a big buck area, trophy area in Kentucky. Right?
Thank you again. How about 3,000, folks? 3,000. Bid have been 3, would have been 3, would have been 3, would have been 3. How about 2? Would have been 2. Bid have been 2, would have been 2,000. How about 1,000? Bid have been 1,000, would have been 1, bid have 1, bid have 1, would have been 1. Thank you. Now 1,500. We're 1,000 here. 1,500. Bid have been 15, 15, bid 15, would have been 15. Anybody want to bid 15? We're 1,000, now 15. How about 1,100? We're 1,000 to 11. 11. We're gonna do 11, 11. And now 12, 12, 12. Bit of 12. And now 13, 13. Bit of 13. 1200 now 13. Bit of 13, 13, 13. Bit 13. Bit of 13. We're 12. Thank you. Now 14 in the back. Bit of 14, 14, 14. Bit of 14. What a bit of 14, 14. Bit of 14. You know it's worth it. Bit of 14, 1400. We're 13 here. Bit 14 one time. 14, 14. Bit of 14, 14. Bit 14. Anybody want a bit of 14, 14. Bit 14. Bit of 14, we're 13, we need 14. Anybody else want to get in? Thank you, now 15, we're 14 here, bit of 1500. 15, 15, bit of 15. Anybody want a bit of 15, 15, 15, bit 15? 14, we need 15. 14, we need 15. 14 here, we need 15 there. Bit of 15. Gonna sell it? Hold it. Need 15. Sold it, 1400. Where you at? Right there. Thanks, sir.
Dirk Dietrich, Harvey Evers, please. Would you come up here? Dirk and Harv, I know you're here. Down to Sonora. It includes carpooling from Douglas. The only bad thing is you may have to ride in a vehicle with Harv Evers for a bit, but it'll be educational, that I assure you. This group splits up and heads to separate ranches, each more than 30,000 acres, thorn brush covered, great coos deer hunting, coos cows, however you want to pronounce it. These ranches have seen very limited hunting. These guys have been there before. They can tell you just how good it is. I'm going to turn the mic over to them and also explain what these monies are going towards.
First off, I'll explain what the monies are going towards for this hunt. We have in the audience Mr. Ron Thompson, who's the retired game department official from the state of Arizona. The state of Arizona and the state of Sonora, Old Mexico, have joined together over the last few years to form a jaguar conservatory. The monies that are received from us hunters, being Hope and Young Club hunters, that monies go to defer the cost of predation by the jaguar, cougars, and what have you to the Mexican ranchers. This is a really neat adventure hunt. Dirk here and I, he's hiding out on me. Dirk and I have taken this hunt with Mr. Thompson and a group of fellow Pope and Young Club hunters. Dan Wilhelm is here. Let's see, John Gardner,